does not look like respect for every job. The bill exposes a clear disconnect between Ruto's fantasy and the experiences of ordinary people. Hardworking people, like youth seeking to make a living as content creators and social media influencers for fun, fame, and money, are being slapped with a punitive 15% withholding tax. Ruto wants to impose a 316% tax hike on beauty products such as wigs, false beards, eyelashes, human hair, and artificial nails, among others. The beauty industry is a major employer, particularly of our women and girls who have been unable to find work elsewhere. Millions of young men and women eke a living out of saloons, spas, and barbershops. Those businesses face closure. Others will have to sack employees. Ruto and Kenya Kwanza are behaving as if cost of living is no longer a crisis in this country. Despite existing high prices, Ruto wants to impose 16% VAT on maize flour, cassava flour, and wheat flour. It gets worse when we factor in the proposal to expose agricultural pest control products, transportation of sugarcane, raw materials for fertilizer manufacturing, and fertilizers to VAT. The net effect is that costs rise again. From his fantasy world, Ruto wants to double the VAT on fuel from 8% to 16%. Pump prices will increase by 9 shillings per litre of diesel and 10 shillings per litre of petrol. The cost of goods, bus fare, and production will immediately rise again. Healthcare has impoverished millions of Kenyans. But Ruto wants to expose pharmaceuticals and medicaments to taxation by removing them from the zero-rated to tax-exempt list, targeted at the price of lifelong medication like insulin and those for chronic illnesses like diabetes and hypertension. After raising the cost of fuel, they want to raise advance tax on motor vehicles. Advance tax on passenger vehicles will increase from the current Kenya shillings 2,400 to at least Kenya shillings 5,000, and from 3,000 to at least 5,000 for commercial vehicles. Trucks will now pay at least 60,000 shillings annually, up from 20,000 shillings. Obviously, the cost will be passed to the consumer, making matatu and taxi transportation more unaffordable. And woe unto you if that vehicle ends up in an accident. Ruto wants to treat insurance compensation as income and introduce a 16% VAT on it. Insurance compensation will no longer be seen as compensation of what was lost. My car had an accident. The insurance company sends an assessor, assesses the extent of damage, which most of the times is under assessment. I'm paid compensation to go and repair my car. I have to pay a tax on that compensation. This I don't know what kind of arithmetic it is. It is the same story with per diems. mileage and travel allowance of public officers. Per diem will now be